Truth springs from argument amongst friends. He is happy whose circumstances suit his temper, but he is more excellent who can suit his temper to his circumstance. Anticipation of pleasure is, in itself, a very considerable pleasure. There is no such thing as freedom of choice, unless there is freedom to refuse. Reason is and ought only to be the slave of the passions, and can never pretend to any other office than to serve and obey them. When men are most sure and arrogant, they are commonly most mistaken. A wise man proportions his belief to the evidence. Anything that is conceivable is possible. Beauty in things exists in the mind which contemplates them. Nothing appears more surprising to those who consider human affairs with a philosophical eye than the easiness with which the many are governed by the few, and the implicit submission with which men resign their own sentiments and passions to those of their rulers. It is seldom that liberty of any kind is lost all at once. Slavery has so frightful an aspect to men accustomed to freedom that it must steal upon them by degrees, and must disguise itself in 1,000 shapes to be received. To hate, to love, to think, to feel, to see, all this is nothing but to perceive. No amount of observations of white swans can allow the inference that all swans are white, but the observation of a single black swan is sufficient to refute that conclusion. The difference between a man who is led by opinion or emotion and one who is led by reason. The former, whether he will or not, performs things of which he is entirely ignorant. The latter is subordinate to no one, and only does those things which he knows to be of primary importance in his life, and which on that account he desires the most. And therefore I call the former a slave, but the latter free. Of all sciences, there is none where first appearances are more deceitful than in politics. The sweetest path of life leads through the avenues of learning, and whoever can open up the way for another ought so far to be esteemed a benefactor to mankind.